know if it's the fact that people are uneducated, they didn't go to like college or high school or whatever. I've done all the schooling, and I've said this in videos and stuff, but I've done all the schooling. I've done, community college. I've done, gone on to another college. I can tell you the names if you want to know those just to validate me. It's not like you're looking this shit up because you don't look up the stuff I say anyways. I say K3 and they go, what does this mean? Go, you do have, YouTube is Google, so go look up K3. It's your K3 point. It's in your foot. It's behind your ankle. It's on the inner side. So you rub that for 30 seconds and then you start yawning at night. And then you're not going to retain water. You're going to filtrate your whole system, your whole body, because our body runs hot like a computer. And then a computer fan, there's no water in a computer. And then that's how it cools down the computer so you can keep it on for a long time, right? Same with phones can overheat too. There's no fan in there. That's why people buy like a fan for their phone to go on the back to stop the overheating. When the sun hits your phone, it overheats. That's the same with our bodies. When the sun hits your body, it overheats, especially if you're drinking alcohol or chips or pizza or any kind of stuff, you're drying out your body. And if you're not drinking water, that's the problem. I was drinking tons of water, tons of water. And so was Becca all the time. And then that's what happens. It's just drying up your body because it's not, your K3 point in your foot is out. So you're not getting the filtration of your kidneys. And that's what's happening. It's not filtering your blood or your urine or whatever. So your urine's going to be yellow if you don't clear out your K3. So if I say you guys are all overheating, you got to clear your K3 point, they go, what does this mean? Another snake salesman. And then it's some lady named Shirley Plant or whoever the hell it is, right, on a group. I'm going to help people, but Shirley wants $50 to talk to you on the phone. And I've done all these courses. I've done, how do you get on Google? How do you get #1 on Google? A guy called me every week, say, post on Facebook or whatever, right? So I've done all the courses. I've done the pay this and pay that and think you're going to get rich. I've done all of that. I'm not trying to get rich, and I'm a nonprofit. We have coffee, fresh coffee, but you guys all run to Starbucks or any, corporate. That's fine. We had to drink some Dunkin' today, but I turned it into a Bullet coffee. I explained that. I explain everything, and people still say you're gatekeeping or you don't know what you're talking about, and they're hitting me with like an AI image of themselves with their dogs. Okay, honey. And then they have a blurry image up on their background image. But I'm the one that's a snake salesman, right? Karen B. Jarvis. So I go live and I tell you the information. And I say you can join our course for free. Yes, I have a paid course on top of that to explain more acupuncture points, but everybody wants the free information. Even when you give it for free, they find a problem with it and they start looking it up and go, you're wrong. You're wrong. Okay, Karen B. Jarvis, I'm wrong, right? You're blocked, so don't look at my stuff. Like, you know the answer then? That's the problem with the world. Nobody creates, and they all take orders from a job, and that's fine. I in my own business. This is 21 years in business, multiple businesses from website design, from photography, drawing, all kinds of stuff. I figured this out, and people will still say, no, you got to stop having UV lights on your face, which could work. I don't know. Maybe it works. Maybe it doesn't work. You know? And that's the problem. Everyone's K3 is out because they sat for a year and they covered their mouth. That's it. That's the answer. It's simple. And then no one will take the information and rub on their K3. And I tell you where it is, and they go, "When? Where? Where? I don't see." Right? But I build in public. When I have a thing, I put it up on here, and maybe someone gets it. Maybe someone wrote to me from the Netherlands, and maybe she gets this information, and she clears her case. Some guy said on Threads he cleared it. Maybe he's being truthful. I don't know. What do I care? I go to sleep every night for 6 to 8 hours.
Yep.
People don't get up and stretch, and your job only gives you 30 minutes to get up and go stretch, but then no one rubs on this point. Varicose veins, it will help that. I have dots still on my legs. That has been from when I was younger. That's all the blood in my legs. It's going to help with cloud. That's why people get mad in that group. They're all burnt up. So Shirley, whatever her name was, she's mad because she hasn't slept in like 3 months. But I didn't sleep in, yeah, I didn't sleep in 2023 for 6 months, and people call that BS. I can give you the papers if you want to see the hospital letters and stuff. They kept me inside, and that's fine because you don't want to heat up from the sun. And then Kelly Pickles gets blocked. Kelly Pickler. Where is she?
Kelly Pickler, that's a singer.
No, I don't know what her name was. She was laughing at me. And so let's block her. Kelly Pickle. She's got a blurry image of her child. She's wearing glasses. Her husband's wearing glasses. She has a baby. And let's see her posts. Anyone you don't want to see the posts. Okay, I don't want to see your stuff ever again, honey. I don't know who you are. I don't want to help you. So figure it out. Everyone figure it out themselves then. Why would I give away free stuff? And that's the thing. People don't believe. Why would you give away free information? Because I know how it feels to not sleep. I gave it to my girlfriend. She slept. I gave it to the guy at Famous Footwear. Maybe he'll sleep tonight and go, what is that guy saying about the K3? I'll get cards made up. I'll get shirts. So everybody knows about this point. I unblocked my kidney area in my lower back. And then it shot up to my brain to give me the idea, why am I burnt out, right? And then that said, well, let's look at our feet. Okay, I have this thing called K3 or K13 or kidney root point. And I rubbed on it, and then all of a sudden, all my skin started getting smooth. And I had smooth skin when I was 16. And how am I able to speak with this so fluently, right? I don't sit here and read off a script. We laugh, we do voices, we have fun. But Kelly Pickler, or whatever the hell her name was, she's blocked. Insomnia support group. No one's monitoring it. That's why we started our own group called, what did we call it? It's here. My mom has high blood pressure. Our group is called Insomnia Relief and Sleep Restoration, Real Progress. We have only 3 members, but that's fine. I don't care. We have our Udemy group with 12 or 13 people. This girl from the Netherlands, she needs help. I helped her. I sent her the course. This guy last night was in pain and he couldn't figure out what his phone number was, so I don't think he's in the course. Record label, they call me trouble, call getting wise. Multiple times, boom, 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 boom.
Yep.
Guess who's back? Okay, so, and then everyone wants to disprove you. The Kellys, the whatever the hell the other girl's name was, I forgot already. They always want to say, you don't know what you're talking about. I consulted my doctor and he said do this. Then do that if it works. Why are you yelling at me then? Are you so angry inside? I gotta find, oh, did I put up the wrong thing? I think I put up the wrong thing. But you have to drink water. You have to filter your system. You got to stay away from sugars and salts. You have to not be in the sun so long. Right?
Right.
I mean, Becca on the phone with me right now, she cleared her table that had clothes on it for 6 months. You telling me that's not the K3? Okay. All right, Kelly, or whatever her name was. Kelly Pickler. I don't know. These people, they're angry inside. They're heated up. That's why they say stuff like that. They want you to engage with them because they're such a loser. They're married and have a kid, but they're angry. Why are you angry if you have a kid and a husband and you have glasses like me, but now I can see better? I gotta take these off and still see, and I'm getting better from clearing that point. I developed glasses when my friend Rob passed away when I was 20 something, and I was going to college, so it was high stress. If you're in high stress situations, you're gonna lash out like Kelly or anybody else that, whatever. I think this was the point. I don't know which one I just put up. What is it, 1255? Was it 1255? I don't know if that was the one. You got that Saturday smile to the world. Let's go ground. Let's teach them how to ground. So why you want to ground is because you want to shoot your heat into the ground. Your body is hot and you want to filter it. That's why you filter your body so you can, so you don't run hot. But when you drink alcohol or eat chips or pizza, I just had, sugar, which was chips and pizza, so it's sugar. But my body can handle it because when you unlock your K3 and then go stand in the ground, you shoot your heat into the ground. It's called grounding, right? So when you have like an electronic, right, they have a grounding device so it doesn't short out. Our bodies are the same way. If we don't ground and if we have too much heat on our body, we'll lash out at people. We'll get angry. We'll hate people. We'll hate ourselves. That's what's happening with everybody because we sat for a year. We're masked up so that those are your lungs. Now I can breathe in. I can fill my lungs up with air because I don't have a mask and I don't, it's unblocking my diaphragm, my stomach, so I can talk to people. I couldn't talk at all in 2023. I could spit out a few words and the words were, "I love you, Mom." I'd call her and I couldn't even cry. I had no tears, you see. So people write to me and they say they're depressed for 2.5 years or whatever and they don't feel. I couldn't feel either. I had the same thing. My brain, it's your brain. If you have no energy, this is it. I have energy now. I can walk through stores and talk to people. And that's what I used to do. I was full of life. And a lot of people were. And then when they sat and they cut off this blood area, they cut off their kidneys. And then they got lower back issues. And I did. And then I went into doing DoorDash and Uber. So I was sitting, cutting it off again. Then I was in Florida holding the phone, cutting off any circulation to my brain because the hand goes up to your spinal cord. And I teach you how to unlock that in my second course and what I do before bed so I can sleep 6 to 8 hours. And I wasn't sleeping. I could hear my grandfather's grandfather clock that he made back in 1990 going off every night. Every bong, bong, I could hear that. So tell me I don't know what I'm talking about when I went through it. You can guard your eyes with UV lighting. I have those too. You can change your light bulbs to get more energy, sure. You shouldn't be outside for 8 hours in the sun if you're not drinking water. And most people sit out in the sun, they have a good time, and they drink alcohol, and that's fine. I'm not saying don't do that. Maybe have one and then hydrate, 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 hydrate. The more heat you bring into your body, the worse you're going to feel. And I was eating a lot of junk food in Florida. I was blocking my K3 because I was walking. When you walk a lot, that's fine. People are trying to ground by running. That's fine, but then they don't hit their K3 point. And if I say you're all overheating, Kelly or whoever will laugh, but they don't have a platform. They don't even have a course. They have their kid and their husband and, a blurry image for their background image or cover image. And put that up and think people want to see that. The guy at Famous Foot was bald and I'm bald because I was walking this point when I drew in your hands, the same thing. If people watch it and they don't apply it, then they'll always struggle. I struggled for 6 months. Maybe I slept a few hours in that 6 months. I got stung by a bee and it added more heat to my body. It added more heat to my body, and then I crashed right after that because my body wasn't filtered at all. So that point is now on my body coming out on my arm. That same spot that I got, let me flip it. That same spot that I got stung in 2023 is coming out because I'm filtering. My skin's getting clear. You don't need skin stuff. That's going to block your pores. I take, and I'll tell you in the other course, I take cream to unlock points in my body. So does Becca. We chat in the morning. We laugh. We do voices. It's just have fun with your life. But the problem is so many people that are selling something. And yes, I have a business with coffee and music and stuff. And I've limited my life with bills and stuff. We have property that we own here. And I help my mom, who's a widow. My dad passed away because he couldn't digest food. This was the same point that you're blocking. I looked at TCM, and nobody knows what that is either. Even if I say abbreviations, they go, "What is this? Snake guy. Snake? He's selling snake oil." Yeah, I'm selling snake oil. But years ago, everyone could sleep fine. Why was that? It's not the phones. It's not the phones. It's not the content we're putting out. It's not the content we're consuming. Most people fall asleep with a TV on, and they fall asleep. They watch late night, and they maybe fall asleep with it on. That's fine. I couldn't even watch a movie, guys. I couldn't watch a movie. I couldn't focus. I got no joy in my body. And the same thing this girl's going through in the Netherlands, writing to me. Everybody wants the answer, and I get it. Everyone wants it for free. If I find the answer and I give it away for free, they still see a problem in me. They still say, "No, you're a load of you're BS. You're BS." But look at all my numbers: 7,000 on here, 15.1 on TikTok. Uh, you know, 20,000 on Udemy. But I'm a scam, right? I've helped people for years, 10 years, over 10 years of teaching, over 10 years of photography, drawing since 1983. What do you want? What does everybody want? They want a pill. They want an instant pill. And I'm telling you the answer. And if I put this over on TikTok, they would say, no, 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 no. We need you dancing. We need you selling like plastic, a water bottle or something. We have fresh coffee. That's what I have. And people will still call that BS. We're getting some today because my roasting company is out in California and we roast right when you order. I can sell you that, and people still want to go get sugar from corporate, and that's fine. I'm not saying don't do that. Go do it. I don't do that. I take care of my body, and I always have. But I can breathe in, and I can breathe out, and I couldn't. And I barely have any videos. Why don't I have any videos from 2023? I have maybe one, maybe the one where my skin was dry, and I was showing you how it was marking up my face. Every time I ate something, I was breaking out. If you have breakouts on your body and skin issues, this is the answer. But go find another answer. Replace all your light bulbs and don't look at your screen forever. I have eye floaters because of stress, and I'm trying to clear that next. I have glasses still. I can't see far. And it's starting to strengthen. I have a thing that I put on my back, and it gives me like electric shocks. So that's how I got my brain unlocked. And then I said, why am I burnt out? Why am I tired? And then I looked at the K3, the K13, or the kidney root point, and I pressed on it. I told Becca's cleaning up her house, and my mom is vacuuming her car, and she can walk. She has high blood pressure. If you want a pill, go to a doctor. That's fine. I'm not saying I was on pills for a little bit, and I got off of them. And I still take, sleep gummies and magnesium and all that. That's good for you. Or a banana before bed. Or oatmeal's good. You can pass out with oatmeal. I've done that. Nevada's calling me. So I give the information away for free. Why? If it leads you to some coffee or some of our merch, cool. I'll make shirts with this on. I'm an artist. My grandfather came up with the 3-ring binder, man. And he gave it to a company, and they fired him. So why do I want to work for any company? This is my own company. This would be the sixth company talking about sleep. My mom owns one of the domain names where it's like, I forget the name of it, but we'll activate that, Sleep soundly tonight. I think that's what it is. She was doing some blog posts. We were selling like sounds where you could fall asleep. We have quiet music on here at night from 6 till morning. So, and I put it on last night. I passed out till 4. I woke up with energy. I came outside. We did a video. We just have fun. We have fun every day. We have fun, and you should have fun too. You should get back to your life. Drink whatever coffee you want. We have fresh coffee if you want the freshest stuff in the world. Comes from Uganda, South Africa, Sippy Falls, 328 feet in the air, grown on 3 waterfalls, a dormant volcano. So what do people want? To sleep? Okay, I gave you the answer, and then they still say, no, 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 this is snake oil. Then I block you, because if you're going to say that, I'm not selling to you, honey. I'm not selling to you with your glasses and your husband and your kid that will develop glasses too. I have glasses, and all the kids from wearing Crocs and stuff, I'm not saying don't wear Crocs. I never wore them. I wear like Under Armour, and it's good for my feet. I don't do Nike because I have wider feet. Everyone's born differently, but everyone has a K3 in their body. If you look up TCM, look into TCM if you want, or come into our free course, and I give you the answer in 30 seconds. And I drew it this morning. I drew it outside with my Adam the Woo mug that I made. So no, I don't know what I'm talking about. And I laugh. Why do I laugh? Because I have nothing to hide. What do you have on me, you know? We have fun. Becca and I chat all the time about life and what we're going through and how we feeling, you know? I'm outside grounding in the ground with no shoes on, and I'm shooting. Let me flip it. I'm shooting my energy into the ground, into the grass. When I was in Florida, I walked every morning, but I was drinking, just store-bought coffee and thinking, oh, this owl, you're gonna keep me wide awake, and it doesn't. And I've tried local roasters, different companies that my mouth got dry. You're drying yourself out with, stale beans. We have fresh stuff right when you order. It's like, hey. Then people will say, oh, he's selling coffee. Get him! Get him! Grab him! He's a businessman. He's a snake salesman. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, grab him. Make sure he doesn't make any money. Hold him down. Get him, Pluto. Get him. Grab him, Minnie. Minnie, get his arm. But you'll go to Disney for 10 grand, right? Because you're miserable. Go to Disney. I went to Disney for years. I probably am 50K in the debt in the hole because of Disney, but I still like Disney. But we draw our own stuff. We draw our own stuff, and we have fun. We have fun every day, and that's how you're gonna feel when you unblock your K3 and do it now. And you're gonna start going to the bathroom. You're gonna start wanting water and salt because you're flushing out your system. It's a system reboot based on TCM. And how come they're able to sleep, huh? How come they're able to sleep? Anybody know why they can sleep in small areas? I've been sleeping in like kind of a room like that for like 16 years. How was I able to sleep then? And then 2020 hit, and then they fired me from Pope Francis Preparatory School. Look into them. They're a scam. They're 18 million. They have 18 million in their bank. Their Cardinal Fund. They got rid of me because I was burnt out. I said, I'm burnt out, man. I said it on Facebook. It was for friends only, and some girl sent it to Dr. Paul Harrington and Cindy Geiger, and they confronted me in a Zoom call. So you're out of here, buddy. And so then I went into Uber and DoorDash to make money after I was off the pandemic, whatever, money, because Pope Francis said you can't collect with us. So I collected for a year from 2020 to 2021. I went into DoorDash, Uber, I made some money. My car eventually conked out because it's a Ford Explorer for picking up pinball machines. And then I tried to fix the AC. It didn't fix. It's now rejected here in the north. And not mad about that. Then I was subbing for a school. So I burnt out from that, and then I was hospitalized because my body wasn't getting the water. And my mom, her breathing is better. She doesn't lick her lips because she was dried out. You could drink as much water as you want, but if your kidneys are out from the K3, you will not filter your body. It's from rubbing on it. And I did acupuncture. I did a special lady who was like 100 and something bucks. My mom was paying $200 to go see her, and she would, crunch my body up and stuff. And I couldn't lay still. I had to go to like a poop specialist. I had to like go there for a lot of money, and it didn't help. It's like they shoot water up your hoo-ha, you know. And I was hospitalized for sleep, and no one knew, and I wasn't even like eating, because it takes out your stomach too, so you might gain weight because you're not breaking down. And I couldn't have like pastas and stuff. I break out immediately from protein bars with like no sugar in it. And people are writing to me now going, "Hey, I don't do sugar and I'm in the sun." I was like, you need to get out of the sun and start drinking water and unlock your K3. We work on shirts so people can be educated. That's it. I was a teacher for 10 years, and they gave me no programs at any of the schools. Granby Junior, Senior High School, Commerce High School, no programs for technology. I have a radio station with the very little bit of technology I own. Everything's outdated, 5-6 years, and I run a radio station, coffee company, music, all kinds of stuff to help you. And all the trees are growing because I'm positive, and we're playing positive 528 hertz all the time. So yeah, that's the answer, K3. And people don't want to watch anything. They want to take in information and just laugh. Or Kelly, whatever, wants to say no. So I gave it to you here and on my Udemy. You can search my name. I can put it in here, but I put a video up this morning. I drew the point. I pointed to the point. I'm not coming over to your house and rubbing this point. I'm not coming over and rubbing your K3. I'm not. Figure it out. Google it. YouTube is Google. Go search K3 TCM. Figure it out if you want to do the research. And what? I'm in a 11,000 group, Samia group, and we have our own. And I don't try to pull people into mine. I went back in the group and I gave them the YouTube, and I still have Kelly Pickler saying you're BS and send money to my kid and my husband who I hate because they have the glasses and they have the kid riding the Power Wheel and in their cover image that's blurry as hell, right? Get a 50 megapixel camera that I'm on right now, a Motorola, and I'm on an iPhone right now. We're down. I spent all this money on 2 apps too, and I dropped one app because no one was coming to it. So I do YouTube, we do TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. We do all those. We still do TikTok. I don't know if I'll do lives. There's no one in this live, but you might see it later. That's the truth, guys. It's not guarding your eyes from the UV lights. You can go listen to Shirley Plant or whatever her name is and give her your $50, or you can give me $0 and maybe you hop into another course later on and say, this guy knows his stuff. That's it. I didn't swear this whole time. I told you the truth in 30 minutes. We go live every few days or every day. We talk truth about how to get your health back online. I follow another guy and he gives different points you can rub on, and I put him up in playlists. I put Adam the Woo up in playlists. I put the stuff that I watch, all the stuff we do, the J-Dubs Diz, and that's fun. There's little swears in there. We do music 24/7. We used to have another channel. I was with Citrus 3, and we stopped doing that because it was $50 a month, and I didn't have the $50, so I now run music for free on my own old computer. So whatever you guys want to do, but that's the truth. And if you watch it, you have to apply it. Don't just watch it like it's a movie,
Hi, bird.
What?
This is hi, birds. I hear them in the chimney.
The birds, that's it. So I'm going to end it here. If you find this, I might tag it as like how to sleep. I've already done the course. You can go watch that. We did that this morning. I was going to go see my buddy Bill and give him the information. I saw everyone today. We went to different stores and they all had this point out. And I have it out still. My mom still can't walk completely, but she can walk better. She was up dancing just the other day with some music. So she's still shaky. My brain's still shaky. But I hope you sleep tonight. That's it. And I'll talk to you on the next one. Peace.